Housing has gotten so unaffordable in this country that people are constantly looking for alternatives, and right now there is a rise in hotel living.
Come cook dinner with me as a family of 4, soon to be 5, currently living in a hotel room. Tonight I am cooking one of my comfort meals. This is something my mom made so often growing up that now it's just like, it tastes like home to me. It is gonna be a little different making this in a hotel room, but I'm excited for the challenge. So let's get cooking.
Yes, I live in this hotel. Yes, I pay $307 a week, and you're right, that is $1228 a month. And I'm gonna take you inside the room to show you everything that comes with. No, I didn't have to pay a deposit. I didn't have to do a background check. I didn't have to do a credit check. I didn't have to prove 3 times the amount of my income. I didn't even have to worry about getting my own utilities turned on, including Wi-Fi and trash service. And because I've been doing this for over 2.5 years, I got enough reward points for this little blanket here that they gave me. Yes, I can cook. There's 2 eyes on the stove. It don't have an oven, but I have a toaster oven. Looking to upgrade that one, and I brought the toaster. Also the microwave, and of course I had to bring our coffee pot. We've only been back in this one for 2 days, so don't pay attention to the mess, but we come in, I give them all of their stuff, and I replace it with ours. I'll be doing a more updated video to show y'all once we get the rest of our stuff in. And yes, I can receive my mail and packages here too. And no, this isn't for everyone. It works for us. It works for me. Oh, also we have a refrigerator. Some of y'all asked that as well. Life isn't always perfect. Some of us have a little bit harder times in life. We take different roads that wasn't always great. Some that had roundabouts, but at the end of the day, it's not about what you get. It's about appreciating what you got. And I am happy with my life.
So I've been living in a hotel for like a little over 2 weeks now. And I'm kind of thinking this is like the new move. I think I might do it long term. Let me explain. So every time I leave, I come back to a nice made bed, okay? Fresh towels, always have soap, shampoo, conditioner, all the good stuff. I get coffee made for me every morning. Look at that. I got breakfast waiting on me. I can just go out back and enjoy my beautiful pool. I got Wi-Fi. I got cartoons. I don't know what this is. I never have to worry about, plumbing or lawn maintenance. You always get that since you're on vacation, so you sleep really well. At least I sleep really, really well in hotels, so. Plus the bed's comfortable. The AC is cold as fuck. I can turn up as high as I want. It's kind of like living with a wife, but not having to deal with a wife, Because everything's kind of done for you. You don't have to answer to anybody. This might be the new move.
I live in a hotel room with my wife and 2 cats. Come check it out. So when you first come in, you immediately have the kitchen. Got a fridge, not full size, but close. Fit everything we need in there. Got the kitchen with our different little appliances, all our stuff, not stuff the hotel gave us, well, other than the microwave. Got the stove top, got our little dish center over here. We got our oven that I got us. We've got this little center right here with our mini fridge, our dry storage, canned goods, all that stuff. Back over here to the left by the front door, we've got the bathroom, all our hygiene supplies. We kind of made it our own with our own little shelves. Got shelves up in the shower to hold our stuff. The toilet, which I actually put a bidet on. Yep, I'm living in a hotel and put a bidet on my toilet. And then you come over here to the bedroom. King size bed, so that's nice. That's where the magic happens, if you know what I mean. And then we got the closet area right here. Storage up there. We got stuff stored underneath the bed. Then we come over here to the dresser with the TV. Got the PlayStation behind it. We got our kitty Jasper here running around. Got one of the cat trees here. And then we got my gaming table, my gaming chair. And then right here behind, I got where I put our shoes, both hers and mine, my hats. Then we got our storage area for TikTok shop products. This is full. All those are full. That's full. This is the living room right here. We got the litter box. We got the other little dresser with the smaller TV, another cat tree, you know, the window view right there. And then we've got the pull-out couch with the little table, another chair in here. And then in the back corner is my wife's altar where she does her magical things. So that's it, everybody.
So last week I posted a video about my extended stay hotel room. A lot of people wanted to know about price. It's about $50 a night. So that winds up to about $350 a week, about $1,500 a month. Give or take maybe $100, $200 depending on if you want 2 beds, if you have animals, etc. But just for us, we got the basic package, simple room. We pay $1,500 a month. You can pay nightly, you can pay weekly, or you can pay monthly. Or you can pay 2 or 3 days at a time, whatever works best for you. We don't have any bugs. There's no cockroaches. That was a major thing for me because I'm not going to be able to deal with cockroaches. They're very clean, you know, like I said, they're really cozy. There's not a lot of drug activity to speak of. If people are doing drugs here, you wouldn't know. There's not a lot of drama and police in and out and stuff. It's very peaceful and quiet.
One of the things that TikTok is exposing is how many people actually live in extended stay hotels and live in hotels in general. Because I've been covering different things about homelessness for years, and more on this app, you're seeing people who live in hotels full time. Like that's it. Like between people living in their cars, like RV van life was really touted on this app as like a viable solution for a lot of people, and then to see the people who tried that and showing how much it actually sucks for a lot of fucking people was important. But now to see the people talking about how they live in extended stay hotels and they have no idea how they would get into apartments, that's another important conversation to have. Because when you think of people that are homeless, if they didn't have if something happened with that extended stay hotel, they would literally be out on the street. And you know, some hotels, because they're worried about people having residency and residency rights, they will make you get out at a certain point.
So I said I'm living in a hotel for 2 months and everybody lost it. But thank God some of you guys understood what I was saying. My decision to choose a hotel instead of an Airbnb was because I'm not willing to pay a ridiculous amount of money. I would rather save that money and take my kids out and have fun while we're here. Everybody was concerned about the traffic situation. I've heard of it. But this hotel where I'm staying, it's an extended stay. Yes, they have a bad rap for that. But everybody that I've seen coming in here are families. This is why I feel safe. You have a laundry, you have a gym. There's a pool at the end. I'll show it on the next video. This is the lobby. You need a card to get in. It might not be like this in other extended stays, but I love this one. It's in a corporate area. It's safe. It's clean. You don't see anybody just hanging around. And I gotta tell you, if I had to choose, if it was just me and my husband and we didn't have kids, I would be living in a hotel right now. We are here for work. That's why I said I'm staying here for 2 months. But with the prices that I see down here in South Florida, if I had to choose, I would be living in a hotel. No utilities, no first-class security, no credit check, easier to get in. And they provide breakfast. Some of the comments said, oh, you could stay in an Airbnb. We did stay in an Airbnb. The Airbnb was $800 a week, and next door was somebody with some type of security guy staying outside all night long. I did not feel safe. This is why we decided to go into a hotel. Yes, it's a smaller place, but it's clean. Look at the inside. We have enough space for the cabinets, for all my kitchen stuff. I have a full-size stove and fridge. What else could I want? This hotel here is fairly new. Actually, the room we just got was just remodeled, they said. We were the first people to stay in it. I'm not saying that every extended stay is going to be the same. So what I would say is do your research.
This is my 4th video on my series about living in a hotel for the past 2 years. I just realized I haven't given any kind of like room tour or what it looks like after living in a hotel for so long, so I will do that now. So this is a quick passover, that's my cat, of what my room looks like. I didn't get anything ready, so this is just what it is. You'll get used to living out of boxes a little bit. I don't get into these too much. It's more clothes, like I put away my warmer clothes because I don't need them. It's getting pretty warm where I am. This bed used to be out this way, but I moved it, and I keep kind of my cat stuff here. He likes to lay on this bed a lot. This is my chair of clothes that I've worn, but I consider not completely dirty, so I can wear them again. That's the bed where I sleep, so it's on the other side of the room. I like to be away from the window. It's less noisy. This is the entertainment center with the TV and everything. That thing is just a sculpture a coworker made for me. This is, I guess, the kitchen slash office. This is the fridge and microwave from the cooking video. These have some dishes and stuff in them. And then I have kind of my food and dishes in this area, as well as some like office supplies and everything there. The bathroom is kind of split, so you have the sink and everything out here, and then the toilet and shower in there. This is also where I have to wash dishes, so I try to keep this counter space like really clean all the time. And then I have the litter box underneath the sink. And again, from the laundry video, this is where I hang clothes to dry. So yeah, it's not huge or anything. The only thing I wish I had was like a kitchen or something, maybe a bigger fridge or whatever. This fridge does have a small freezer, but it doesn't actually freeze anything. But the room does what I need it to do, and I've been happy here.
So it's officially been a week homeless as a family of 7, and so far we're navigating it pretty well, I'd like to say. Okay, hold up. I just played that back, and that sounds way better than when I was trying to do it in the bathroom with everybody in the hotel room. That was not working. Okay, let's get back to it. Like I said, we've been navigating it pretty well. We've just been keeping to our pretty normal routine. I mean, it is currently spring break, and that's definitely added some chaos to it, but it is what it is. I actually enjoy having my babies with me through this time because I just feel like the more we're together, the more we can process everything. And we're just honestly stronger together as a family.
In case you missed it, we live in a hotel full time, and we just experienced something we've never experienced before. I don't know if this is a Tennessee thing or if it happens everywhere, but they wouldn't allow us to stay more than 28 days in the same room. Apparently, over 28 days, you can claim residency. And we've definitely stayed in a couple of hotels for more than 28 days. So does that make us a Tennessee resident? If so, we're keeping our state income tax this year. Adam has had a hotel room in his name in Georgia since October of last year. So I'm not sure. Maybe we're a resident of Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi. I'm not really sure at this point. But since he moved all of our...
Look at these walls. Look, you see this? This is a hotel. It's not even that big. We live in a hotel. We just got fresh linen. Do you get that at an apartment? No, you don't. We save money too by living here longer. Okay? And we can leave whenever we want. This is a hotel. Look at this. This is not an apartment. We live in a hotel. That's crazy. That's like crazy. I like it. I never thought that I would want to live in a hotel, but I do, and I like it. Look at these walls. You see these walls? Hotel. You see this? Would you live in a hotel? I'm living in a hotel over an apartment because I don't have to pay nothing. I don't have to pay utilities. They give me fresh linen. I don't get that. I don't have to worry about nothing. Apartments, you got to worry about all this stuff.
So most of you don't know, but I live in a hotel, and I've been doing this for about a year. It helps to save up money, but this is my little hotel room. As soon as you walk in, on the right side, I got the little hotel refrigerator and microwave. They gave us a double bed, and of course that's the little sitting area, but we don't use it except for clothes and stuff. I went ahead and got an ice cooler because I drink a lot of tea, and when I fill up the refrigerator, it doesn't want to fit, so we got the cooler, and usually we put the milk in there too, but so I took off the hotel bedding except for the sheets and put on my own little comforter, and of course I've got our medicines and our little dresser right there. And of course we all like to have some good smells in our room, so I got Glade candles and I've got Febreze. I love the smells of these, so that's my stockpile right there. And I'm a crocheter, so that's one of the blankets I'm currently working on. It's just a scrap blanket, and I put all my yarn and stuff in bins underneath the table because there's no place to really store it. On the other side over here, as I'm walking towards the bathroom, there's more bags and stuff of and bins of yarn, but that little circular light and stuff back there is for our videos for TikTok. And this is how we cook, or I cook anyways. I got an electric skillet, cook a lot of fried chicken in there. I got my toaster oven, and of course the crock pot. And I went over to Dollar General and I purchased 4 of these cube stands, and I ended up making, you know, our own little pantry. So today I'm going to be making chicken and noodles. It's like a soup, but it's just basically chicken and noodles. Cook the chicken all night. And then that's our little closet area. We don't have much clothes except for the stuff that we have for work, and, you know, not very much clothes. And I did a little organization up here of my pants for the toaster oven, you know. And that's the water I'm getting ready to boil here for my noodles, my egg noodles. And this is basically the sink in there. It's like my kitchen area. And then there's the bathroom. We did use our own towels and things. I mean, the hotel provides towels and stuff, but I like our own. But here's the whole view of the hotel. This is what we've been living in for a year or so.
So I've been living in a hotel for like 4 months now. Not the best experience, like not as good as you would expect. So I just thought I'd share some things that I've learned and some experiences I've had while living in a hotel. Multiple hotels, I switch. But for one, something I recently experienced and learned was that the lock thing that you like use, that you put your card against, the battery will die and they have to change it, and you get locked out of your room, which is really annoying. And then you have to wait, they have to come change it. The engineer has to come change out all the batteries, test the batteries, do all the stuff before you can get into your room. So if it flashes red, sometimes that's what it means. People will come into your room. The system, not good. Yeah, I've had at least 3 people now in different hotels get a key, get the correct room number, like the front desk gives it to them, says this is your room, here's your key. They come up, I'm already in the room. They double book or something.
This message is specifically for my people that are living in a hotel, a motel, Holiday Inn. If you have been going through your journey and living in that hotel for over 30 days, you need to take your ass up to that front desk and you need to ask them rather, to take the taxes off your room. After 30 days, you become exempt technically, but they are not going to take those taxes off unless you ask, because technically you live at the property now. You don't need to be, yeah, that's a different story. You didn't hear that from me though. You know what I'm saying? If it has been well over 30 days, 9 times out of 10, you have a credit on your reservation. But it's going to take somebody with common sense to sit down any day after the 30 days that they taking your taxes off, and the credit literally should pop up by itself. So you might got some free days, might be a 3-fold, might be a week, depending on how long you've been there. But I know I just helped somebody. You welcome.
So people are moving into hotels because they say that it is cheaper to live in a hotel. They do not need to sign a lease. They don't have to worry about qualifying for rent. And of course, people are not able to afford a home nowadays. So this is one of their new alternatives. They also are claiming that they're able to save on utilities because you don't have to pay anything else except the room. And people are claiming that you are exempt from taxes once you stay over a certain amount of days. Now, this is something that I have not heard of before. So if you have, let me know down in the comments below. Now, living in a hotel is nothing new. People have been doing it for a long time, but there is an increase in the amount of people doing it. And it's being called hidden homelessness because you are not necessarily seeing these people on the streets, but they are living in a hotel, going from place to place. Unfortunately, with the way housing costs are going in this country, more and more people are going to be struggling and finding it almost impossible to find a place to rent due to the fact that prices are so astronomical. People are losing their jobs. People have bad credit. There are all kinds of reasons why they cannot qualify for a home. And if you are working, a lot of times you're not making enough nowadays to cover 3 times the monthly rent, which is what they want to see on the application process. So everybody should be considering right now what they're going to do in the future. If you are renting an apartment or renting a home and the rent goes up, are you able to afford it? What happens if you lose your job? Do you have savings so that you are able to pay your rent for some time before you find somewhere else to stay? And if you do find somewhere else, it's probably going to be more expensive than what you're paying now. So what are you going to do? Make sure you're saving some money right now. Maybe think about if you are able to go and live with family for a while. If it does come down to that, who would that be? I know a lot of people comment on my channel all the time and they say that they don't get along with their family and they would never be able to live with them. And if that's the case, what are your plans? Think of a plan B right now. If you were to lose your job, if you find yourself in a situation that you can no longer afford rent or afford your mortgage payments, what are you going to do? It's good to think about these things now and not just at the last minute. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't plan ahead and then something happens and they find themselves in a buckle. So really be proactive right now. If you are in a comfortable spot, make sure you're putting some money aside. Make sure you're thinking about what you could do if later on you're not able to live where you are or you can't afford where you are anymore. Think about these things now, and that way it can help set you up later on for success. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments and thoughts down below, and I'll catch you in the next video.